All right, shalom. First and foremost, of course, we give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. It's your brother Chief Priest Al-Azhar Baloy, a.k.a. the Guerrilla Hebrew. I'm joined by my esteemed colleagues, Hassan Karab. We're going to do, Bunloy, we're going to do impromptu Beige Rage episode 2, which is Issa Guerrilla 10.5. He and I just were in a heated argument over something. And I just said, you know what, we got to stop this argument and we got to press record, then continue the argument. Okay, so we could lay a backdrop. How did the argument start? Come a little closer to the mic. I want to make sure you get picked up so you get lucky.
Shalom, Shalakia. Dang, I don't even remember how the argument started.
I don't recall how it. I was over there and I was. What was I saying? What was we talking about?
Big L or something.
No, but the topic of Big L. Oh no, what happened was you start playing whatever bullshit music that you like, right? And I said it was bullshit. So then you start going into a top 10 list, right? First you start with a top 5 list. On your top 5 list, you named it not in the specific order, but Nas, Biggie, Pac, Rakim, and then jumps out Andre3000. Correct?
He's not in my top 5.
Oh, so now it's top 10. You named him in your top 5 initially.
I mean, I was just naming some of the top rappers.
Okay.
If I accidentally said top 5, then that's
all
not
right.
what I meant.
Okay.
So I'll clarify.
I'll take it. So it's Andre3000, which I object to fervently. Why do I object to that fervently? Because I hear people put him constantly in a top list that he doesn't belong in. So I proceeded to ask the man, because the only true solo project that Andre3000 has out is The Love Below. So I asked the man to name me 5 songs off The Love Below. He can only name 2 after he looked them up, which was Hey Ya and Roses, which I know we're not. Hey Ya is not even a hip hop record. You said it's one of the greatest records of all time, but it's not even a hip hop record.
It's still one of the greatest records of all time.
It's certainly not one of the greatest records of all time.
Okay.
It may have seen a great commercial success because of its pop top 40 nature, but we're talking about lyricism here, MCing, rapping.
Okay, then it's
you
not,
can't put it.
I'm
It's not even qualified.
I'm not going to put it there for lyricism.
Okay, so then why even mention it? Because that's what we're talking about.
I'm talking about his body of work.
You know, he doesn't. He
doesn't
have a body of work.
No, you asked me to name his body of work, and then I said Hey Ya and Roses. I didn't say Hey Ya and Roses.
No. You said this is what you said for body of work. You said what's the ATLians?
Yeah.
What's the other one?
Playlist of Cadillac Funky Music.
That and then you named The Love Below.
Stankonia.
No, after you looked it up, then you brought Stankonia into it, which is. But my thing is, that's all groups. Until Speaker Box is all groups. So that you cannot be, when we're dealing with lyricism, if you're a part of a group or a damn duo, you're not in the lyricism conversation. If the majority of your body of work is with somebody else, going back and forth, splitting verses, splitting songs, having an extra brain in that studio to assist you in producing this music, that doesn't count.
Okay.
That counts as a duo. Now, there are duos, and is Outkast the top 10 duo of all time? I mean, I would have to say so. I don't think I could argue that. But I definitely think Andre3000 gets a lot more credit than he's due. And you're one of the people, again, when people start their top list and it starts with Biggie, Pac, and then Andre3000 ends up somewhere in there, I know this is literally due to social programming.
Oh my goodness.
You've been told this.
No, I have not.
All right. You've been told this, bro.
No, I have not.
You've never told me to play a Pac song. You've never played a Pac song. Or Biggie or Andre3000. So how great are they to you?
Hold on. That's a horrible falsicle. Just because I never asked you to play
I never see you playing it. I never see you singing their recorors.
Yes, well, that's because I don't sing it because that's not something you... Look, I've asked you to play a Pac song in the car before.
What Pac song? No. What Pac song?
When we were... I can't remember. I think we were on the way to camp, and we were arguing about... Because you said you said this, and I'm gonna quote you. And so you said Future is a better. No, you said Kanye West is a better artist. Than Tupac.
Not rapper. I said Kanye West may be a better artist overall than Pac. Yes, I made that statement.
Then you said I would rather listen to Future than Tupac.
That's a fact. I would
try to listen to some Tupac, and you said no. We ain't listening to goddamn Tupac.
You know what? You're right. That did happen. And I would rather listen to Future than Tupac, but that doesn't mean that Future is a better lyricist than Tupac. But overall, I don't look at Pac as a great lyricist. I believe his renown comes from being an overall artist, his ability to make songs and things of that nature, not necessarily just lyricism, but we're dealing with hip hop as a culture, and it at its raw 5 elements, one of which is being emceeing or rapping, and the lyricism aspect behind it, and judging niggas upon that. I don't think Pac Ways is high up there as people say, and I definitely think Biggie is better than Pac every day of the week.
All right, let me give you the top 10. I'm gonna try to
give me your top 10.
This ain't in order.
This is top 10 what?
This is top rappers. Period.
Just bars.
Yeah.
All right.
This is okay. This is not gonna be in order. Pac, Biggie, Nas, probably Cube, Rakim.
Okay. Tupac, Notorious B.I.G., Nas, Rakim, Ice Cube. Go ahead.
Jesus, out of top of my head, so I have to.
Yeah.
Rest of the 5. Jesus, not easy. I'm honest. I'm putting Kendrick Lamar in my top 10. Period.
Okay, I'll accept it. Hold on, where we at? Pac,
Big, Nas, Biggie, Rakim,
Nas, Rakim. Who'd you say?
I said Kendrick after that.
Kendrick. You said somebody else too.
I might want to pick
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube. I might even put Big Pun in my top 10.
Oh, are you gonna put him or not?
Yeah, I'll put him in there. I'll put him in top
Punisher. 10. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 more.
Damn. I'm mad. Who am I gonna pick? This is not easy. I'm not putting Jay-Z in my top 10. So
I mean, you can make an argument for Jay.
I don't like Jay-Z. Oh, Andre3000, top 10.
Oh my god.
Top 10. How many I got right now? 8.
Literally, people started saying this dude was a top rapper after he jumped on 2 remixes. I want to make that clear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more.
I'll put Big L in my top 10 too.
Okay. Of course.
And then the final spot is Champ. I mean, I got a nice little list, I think. I'll have to come back to it.
For the last spot?
For the last spot.
We got a blank.
Like
that's great.
Because I got a whole bunch of names.
Okay, I'm gonna put Big L in that mug for top 10 overall. This ain't favorites now. This is overall lyricists. I'm gonna, of course, put Big L. I'm gonna put Rakim. As much as I don't want to do the faggot ass shit that he's done over the years, but in essence, KRS-One. Period.
Hell no.
You're out of your goddamn. You don't even know KRS-One's body of work.
I know that he.
You ever heard of Criminal Minded before?
I know. I heard of when he wanted to have sex with little girls. I don't know about that.
I don't know anything about that, but we're dealing with pure lyricism, not as individuals, as people. Criminal Minded,
Boogie Down. Of the police. Woo!
That's one of the greatest hip hop records of all time. That's the sound of the police. All right, you can feel however the hell you want. Fact is fact. KRS is up there. KRS, L. Rakim. Hold on, where am I at? What is this? See, a top 10 is hard. A top 10 is very hard because you have, okay, Nas is definitely a top 10 lyricist for sure, without question. If I think about top 10 all time, I gotta put Joe Budden top 10.
Oh my God.
First off, I've already cut all of you niggas on Joe Budden.
That's, bro, I'm so happy recording this, bro. You just put Joe Budden as a top 10 rapper of all time, bro. This is crazy.
Joe Budden is a far better lyricist than Andre3000 could ever hope to be.
I mean, okay.
That's a fact.
I'm not worried about Joe Budden.
Joe Budden, you got Andre 3 stacks on your list.
I do.
Right?
Big Boy is better than Joe Budden. How about that?
Big Boy's better than Andre3000.
No, he's not.
All right, well, you can think whatever you want. You got nigga. Okay, Rakim. Who produced Rakim's first album?
I don't know.
See what I'm saying? You got Rakim just in there off of
no,
just
I don't.
because. All right, well, you don't even know Rakim's body of work, bro.
Yes, I do. I got, bro. If I could show you my Rakim songs I got right now.
How many Rakim songs you have? Do you know them? What are they called?
Let me show you my favorite Rakim song. I Know Joke is dope, but what's the one? I have to show you. I don't remember what the song's called, but I'll show you it. I'll remember it.
You see what I'm saying? You got Rakim on there. You're not even this familiar with his body work.
Bro,
you should be to have him in your top 10.
What do you mean I'm not familiar with his
No, having songs.
I can spit Rakim bars right now if I had to.
Okay, do it.
Hold on, man. I'm trying to figure out which one, because you're going to try to criticize which one I pick, so I got to pick the right one.
I'm not going to criticize it. If you can spit Rakim bars off the top of your head right now, that's it. I'm just calling the question. Rakim deserves to be in the top 10. He's in my top 10, but I'm questioning your knowledge of Rakim's catalog.
Let me pull up,
no. On your phone don't count.
No.
Listen. If you got a nigga on your top 10, you got to be able to spit his bars off the top. You've been able to talk about and converse with him on a certain level, and comprehend his body of work. That's all I'm saying. His body of work got to be at your mercy.
I got it on the damn
side of the device. That don't count, bro. You got to know these niggas. I need you to
spit some Joe Budden then.
Okay, all right. How about this? Roll with me. Riding, bumping old Biggie. Roll with me or lose weight, Nicole Richie. Fuck Platt if I don't reach diamond fame. I treat a nigga face like that old Simon game. Come on, you want me to keep going? How about we go back to his Desert Storm days?
That's cool,
his Desert Storm days.
That's cool, but it's not. I mean, I'm Joel
Midnight.
Santana.
Midnight Blue Frog. Call him a beast. Come on, bro.
Immortal Technique is in my top 10. That's number 2.
Okay, yeah, all right. Immortal Technique. Immortal Technique belongs there, right? I accept Immortal Technique in your top 10. Yeah. There's no disputation. Matter of fact, and what I'm also going to do is I'm going to put Immortal Technique in my top 10. Why? Because he deserves to be there. Hands down.
Who on my list does not deserve to be there?
Andre3000.
Other than him.
Arguably Cube.
Oh, I mean, whatever. That's fine.
Arguably Cube. But not necessarily. I mean, Cube got a lot of, especially earlier Cube. He began to fall off later because I mean he started, acting kind of became his main grind, which is fine. Arguably Kendrick, just due to his newness. I won't dispute Kendrick being in there, but Kendrick won't be in my top 10 for certain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Damn, I got 6. I'm trying to think because I got to be real thoughtful about this.
Damn. Matter of fact, get Big Pun out of there. Put Ghostface right there.
See, look, there you go. That's who needs to be in there.
Yeah,
listen.
I know Beige probably gonna be watching this. I got love for Big Pun.
Listen,
I gotta put Ghostface.
He loves Wu-Tang better than he loves Big Pun.
Oh, okay, well then
and I'm gonna be honest with you. The Wu will because the Wu-Tang is gonna finish out my top 10 to be truthful with you. I won't put Meth in the top 10. I like Meth, but Meth won't go in my top 10. Ghost. I put Jizza in my top 10, hands down. RZA, whom I love. Soleil, what's going on, baby? Soleil, go to the room and plug it in. Yes, you. How you can't plug it in? Huh? Why can't you? Let's how I plug it in for, please, man, while I lay out my top 10. Appreciate you. Be good, Soleil. My daughter is crazy. Then took a crayon and drew all over her tablet. Anyway, so the RZA, whom I love, especially his Birth of a Prince album, I don't think I could put him in my top 10 because I don't think he was the best member of Wu-Tang. The Jizza, I think, Raekwon, definitely.
See, they're in my top 15, bro, but I had to narrow it down.
Jizza, Quan, Ghost, because it's hard to say, Hellraiser is in my top 10 hands down. Period. What am I even thinking about? Hellraiser could even be number 1. To be honest, 1, 2, 3.
You said Hellraiser number 1 rapper of all time?
Nah, yeah. Hellraiser is. Are you familiar with his body of work?
No,
I'm gonna play some Hellraiser for you after this. Okay. I might even play it on the podcast.
Do what you gotta do.
Because Hellraiser is. You're gonna want to put him in your top 10. You're gonna get Andre3000 the fuck out of there where he belongs.
I don't think so.
Okay, 9. Okay, and should I put Ghost? When I think about because you got to really put thought into a top 10 list, bro. Big L, Rakim, and then I gotta order it. Big L, Rakim, KRS-One, Joe Budden, Immortal Technique, GZA, Raekwon, Hellraiser. I mean, there's other people who probably belong here or could be there. Most Def should certainly be in the conversation. Guru could certainly be in the conversation. Guru could definitely be in the conversation. My thing is, you got two West Coast artists and a down south artist on a top 10 list. I'll be honest with you. If you're not from New York, it's hard. I don't even know if you should be on the top 10 list.
So Kendrick shouldn't be in the top 10. Q shouldn't be in the top 10.
Yeah, I would say so. The best artist, the best lyricist is out of New York City. Period.
Well, I'm not saying that New York don't got the best artists, bro. But I mean, some of them ain't from New York.
That's what I'm saying. These niggas can't out rap niggas from New York. Budden, or even because Budden's from Jersey, Guru's from Boston, but I don't know for sure if I put Guru in the top 10. It's hard. If I look at the Wu for what it is,
damn, I didn't even put Scarface in my top 10.
I mean, how familiar are you with Scarface's body of work?
I'm somewhat familiar with it.
See what I'm saying? These is niggas that you feel like should be in the top 10 because you hear them in the top 10 so much.
I mean, that's not primarily it. I honestly feel like Scarface is one of the best MCs ever. I'm going to keep my list, but he's an honorable mention. I'll say that. And no, I don't just know.
Listen. Hold on.
I don't just know his song with Tupac. I know more Scarface than that.
I'm going to put a West Coast nigga in my top 10 for my last spot. Crooked Eye. Crooked Eyes got amazing bars. So, your top 10, Pac, Big, Nas, Rakim, Kendrick, Lamar, Ice Cube, Ghostface Killer, Andre3000, Big L, Immortal Technique. My top 10, Big L, Rakim, KRS-One, Nas, Joe Budden, Immortal Technique, The GZA, Raekwon the Chef, Hellraiser, and Crooked Eye.
So we got, what, 4 the same? Immortal Technique, Nas, Rakim, and Big L?
Yeah, we got 4 the same. And 6 differences. I would never put Pac and Big in my top 10. I think both of them is overrated. I also think Andre3000 is the most probably one of the most. The only person more overrated than Andre3000 in rap is Lil Wayne.
I agree.
He's the only person that's more overrated.
I agree.
Wayne is hands down the most overrated rapper in the history of the annals of time. Of course, there was a period of time where I liked Wayne, but during that period of time, he had many writers. So yeah, I mean, you definitely got a decent, formidable, respectable top 10 list. Mine is more respectable, but
We'll let the viewing audience decide.
Okay, all right. Well, that's fine. That's fine. A lot of them are influenced due to social engineering as well, of thinking Pac, Big, and Andre3000 are top 10 rappers.
I put Tupac in my number 1 rapper ever because I think Tupac is, not because niggas tell me he is.
Well, why do you think he is? Why don't you elaborate on that?
Just based on, and I know you say, I think you got to break it down into different categories because I don't think I don't think Pac is, like, for example, the greatest lyricist ever. I think Biggie is a better lyricist than Tupac.
Well, being a rapper is predicated upon lyricism.
But I don't think it's just
now again, that's why when I said this thing about Kanye, now artistry, being a better artist, making better songs and albums and things like that deals with artistry. That's a separate conversation. So if we're going to do a top 10 artists of all time or top 10 rap artists of all time, because we do an artist of all time, then Prince's and the Michael Jacksons and Beyonce's are going to come into play, right? So if we just stick with hip-hop artists, then it's going to, your Pac is definitely going to be a top 10. Kanye is going to be on that list. As much as I dislike him at this point, I can't dispute that he should be on the top 10 artists when it deal with hip-hop artists of all time as far as song making. But who also is going to be not just a top 10 up there with them niggas, a top 5 is 50 Cent.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So that's a separate conversation. And we can have that conversation also. So let's go with artists. Top 10 artists.
Oh, boy. Damn, I mean, even damn Weezy might be it.
Artists, no. Weezy can't make records. Weezy comes and raps convoluted bars.
Yeah.
He don't even make records.
I mean, he was kind of running shit though at one point, bro.
He was running shit at one point, but that was just because of how watered down the game was at that point.
That's true. Like late 2000s, he was.
Yeah, like I would say starting at about 2009.
Yeah.
Maybe even
after
08.
50 Cent, after 50 Cent.
This was the runs in the 2000s. Starting at about 2000, after you had the G-Unit wave, then you had the Dipset wave, but then it was the YMCMB wave. But how was Wayne able to do that? Because Wayne infiltrated the Dipset wave because he got a really good relationship, and he's with Jewel. Remember he did the mixtape with Jewels. You see what I'm saying? The mixtape with Jewels, which was what was the shit? It was like Best of Both Hoods or something like that. The mixtape shit. No, I Can't Feel My Face. They was doing those mixtapes during that. You might be a little young for this, but they was doing those mixtapes at that time. That was during the time where they were on the Street Dreams tour together and stuff like that. So that was a crazy time. But him positioned himself where he did when the Dipset had they run was what gave way to the Young Money run that happened immediately after with the Carter 3 and on. You know what I mean? That's really when the Carter 3 came out, that's when Wayne was at the top of the world and was able to come and put out Young Money, Tiger, Nicki, Drake, etc. All that happened after, Carter 3 and moving forward. You know what I mean? When Lollipop came out, that's when that nigga became the biggest nigga in the world. Right? Nah, Go DJ is on Carter 2. No, Go DJ might even be it's on Carter 1, I think.
No, it is, yeah.
It's on Carter 1. Yeah, so he wasn't at the top. He was a big artist. He had that. He had Fireman. He had I had a lot of people, I've messed with him during the time of 500 Degrees. I had that album. You see what I'm saying? So I messed with him early, but after Carter 3 came out, I had to stop messing with Wayne. He was just way too watered down at that point. And if I go back and listen to a lot of his, but the thing is, with the way the game has progressed to it now, you can listen to a lot of older stuff that you thought was tight at that time and thought the nigga had hella bars at that time, and you would come to the conclusion that he doesn't. He wasn't that tight, as tight as you thought he was at that time. But sometimes you may want to grade him on how you felt when you heard it at that time, and that's all right as well. But artists, it might be hard to name top 10 hip hop artists.
It's gonna take too long, I think.
We could do 5. Listen, I'll do 5 right now.
I write 3, bro, because that's gonna be tough. I put Pac, Easy, and 50. Just that's not my top. That isn't my dead set, but that's just something.
Pac, Easy, and 50 is givens. Pac, Kanye, 50.
I think even J. Cole's a pretty damn good artist.
He is. He makes his beats. He sings his hooks. He raps his. You know what I'm saying? He's a good artist. So I'll accept him. Even Kendrick. Kendrick could go on the artist list, no problem. Even though these guys are newer. I'm just trying to think of who I'm leaving out.
No, that's exactly what I'm trying to think. I know I'm missing somebody, bro.
People are going to come in the comments and start naming out names, and that's going to be good because we'll be able to revisit it. I'm trying to think of what else. Who else? That's 5 though. That's 5, which is not a bad 5.
Yeah, I'd have to think about it a little bit more. Who do you think? See, it's kind of weird after YMCMB. After they pretty much started doing their own thing. After
the YMCMB wave.
Yeah. Black hippie, that ain't come till a little later though.
Nah, but yeah, there's no wave after that. There's not a group wave after the YMCMB. Like literally, the 2010s or the 2000s, that's what was the wave, like the group wave where groups were just Unit was running shit for a time, Dipset and then YMCMB, and then there really hasn't been just one.
Well, Migos, I guess you could say.
But they're just a threat. Well, I'm talking about a conglomerate. Even QC ain't just run. They got a lot of artists, but they're not alone. You know what I'm saying? There's not really one group that's just out here running shit.
Yeah.
dominating the charts. Everything that comes out, the world stops for just one.
Drake, honestly, he been running shit. To be honest with you, since like 2014. Bro.
Nobody's really running shit though. To be honest with you, because when Drake drops, the world stops. When Nicki Minaj drops, the world stops. When Cardi B drops, the world stops. When J. Cole drops, when Kendrick, the world stops for all of these niggas.
Yeah, but Drake got a hit song every single week. This nigga Drake is putting out. Who's this new nigga? Young Baby.
6ix9ine got it every song he makes was platinum. What I'm saying is Drake. Drake is not alone in what he does.
He's number one though right now. Period. Artist, not rap.
Hold on. Because of and that is partly due to what? Being a part of the Young Money reign. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So when we're talking about, there's not one group that's reigning right now.
No.
That don't exist right now.
Think so.
And I mean, it could happen again, but I doubt it because everybody's kind of moving at in more of an independent way, far more of an independent way. I don't know who what you say, Young Baby?
Yeah, he just dropped.
Lil Baby. I heard that song. It's a cool record.
Yeah, I'm saying Drake is putting like this shit that he just dropped with that nigga from Memphis, bro. What's his name?
Black Boy JB.
Black Boy JB. Like, I didn't know who he was, but he just dropped. That's probably gonna go double platinum.
I mean, I'm sure it will.
So Drake could just change somebody. He's been doing that, bro. This dude, and I'll say it too for the record.
He haven't been changing people's lives like that. Whose lives have he changed outside of the weekend?
I Love McConan.
No.
Yes.
I Love McConan is broke, homeless, and gay, and so homeless he lost all his weight. He didn't change I Love McConan's life. That's because
Drake fucked with his head. He's threatened him.
No, this is what I'm saying. The people that he signs, if this is the Drake curse that they say exists, that when he signs you can't be bigger than him.
Yeah.
So he's going to stop you. Not saying I Love McConan even had the potential of ever becoming bigger than Drake, but when you take a look at the people who were signed to this nigga, I Love McConan, party's getting ready to leave so he can become somebody. You see what I'm saying? So truthfully, the majority of the artists that's on OVO he hasn't changed nobody's life. Black Boy JB, it seemed like he's on that pace, but he just like when he jumped on McConan, he made McConan into a star from jumping on Tuesday, right? But then that eventually fizzled out. Now, I don't know if Drake is going to do that this time, due to the fact that Black Boy JB is from Memphis, his pops is from Memphis, and if things go bad with Black Boy, he may not be able to go back to Memphis. You understand what I'm saying? So I think he's probably going to do right by Black Boy, but Weeknd was smart because he didn't sign to Drake. He let Drake put him on, but he ain't signed to Drake. You see what I'm saying? So, like, what you doing? Huh?
She drew on time.
Yeah, I know. She's messing her stuff up. What? What, baby? Now, you can't go in my room when I'm not in there. You messing stuff up too much. You just sit down, all right? So, anyway, what is that? Oh, my goodness gracious. I didn't do anything. You did that. This is incredible. So, anyway, what was I talking about?
Drake, and I was getting ready to say that.
Yeah, the Weeknd was smart for not signing with him. But go ahead.
That Drake has the most hits out of anybody ever.
Okay, we know that.
But you saying that now? You said Michael Jackson, Prince. Drake has more hits than Michael Jackson. Is he a better artist than Michael Jackson? Hell
no, but Drake could go on that list on the top.
Drake I don't know. So we didn't even every single week.
No, he doesn't have a hit record every single week.
He damn near feel like every single week this dude got a new hit.
What's his new hit record right now?
The shit he just dropped with a Young Baby or whatever.
That's not a hit record, probably.
It's okay. Then Black Boy's last hit record.
That was a hit record. Okay, that's 2 this year. What else did he have this year?
I mean, there's so many I had to think about it. I don't even know what it came out 2017, 2018.
That's what I'm saying. He's not dropping a new hit record every week.
Okay,
why did you say he said I've been going since like July and niggas acting like I died? Because he does take hiatuses.
Well, okay, that was he on his features, but then he's a feature on. But he pretty much made that song on.
I mean, if he gets on any song, it's a feature. He made Versace. You understand what I'm saying? He made Tuesday, and he made what's it called with Block Boy?
What about Walking Like a Talking?
What's that?
The damn Migos new song. We were just walk it like a talking. Walk it like a talking.
Is he on that?
Yeah.
I'm sure he made that too. The only time I think he didn't make a song with a feature was on That Was My Name with Rihanna. That's the only time I think he didn't make a feature. If he's on with like another megastar, he may not make the feature. He made every song he ever did with Lil Wayne. Every song. Hold on one second. Talk.
But yeah, we were just going into it, brothers. I need because what he's essentially trying to say is since Andre ain't got too much solo work, that everything, well not everything, but most of the stuff he got is with Big Boy, right, and Outkast. That means it's that I can't put him up there in the top 10. But see, I don't think that's very fair because, I mean, if you look at it like, okay, who's the best basketball player of all time, right? Jews may say Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, but they had other people around him, so that don't make. I mean, he'll say that's a false equivalency.
What do you see? I get up and here you go, trying to indoctrinate with subliminal messages the viewing audience, which is disgusting, the listening audience, which is sick and disgusting, an underhanded tactic of the devil, mind you. Again, you can't equivocate rappers to NBA players, not unless they're in a group. If they're in a group of 5 people, you can equate them, or more. You can equate them. Why? Because, goddammit, that's what basketball is, a team sport.
Okay, Big Boy and Andre are a team.
Okay, they're 2 people though, so you can't equivocate it to basketball. They're 2 people. So again, if you want to have a duo conversation, now we got to talk about rap duos. Okay, is Outkast on the top 10 rap duo list? Of course.
Top 3.
UGK is above them though.
No, they're not.
Oh,
There's only one group.
You're insane. UGK is way better than Outkast, bro.
Only group you could say, only duo you could say is above Outkast is Gangstar. That's it, bro.
Gangstar is above Outkast.
I'm not mad at you for saying that, but number 2 then, the Outkast is right behind him.
Gangstar is above him.
UGK is not at all.
Boogie Down Productions is above him. UGK, aka the Underground Kings, is above him. 8 Ball and MJG is above him. Who else? I'm trying to think of more duos. 2 Live Crew. No, I'm playing. 2 Live Crew should be up there in top 10 groups though. Who else?
She gonna say Ray Shrimmer.
Ray Shrimmer is gonna be possibly as far as artistry, Ray Shrimmer is. I'm not gonna say they better than Outkast.
I'm about to walk off.
Nah, I wouldn't say that. But Ray Shrimmer are as artists are amazing creatives. Slim Jimmy is writing so many goddamn records for so many people and making so many hits. It's insane. You understand what I'm saying? So Ray Shrimmer is definitely, as far as new artists, yeah, they're certainly up there.
Damn, bro, I totally forgot too. In my top 10, I gotta put Lauryn Hill in there somewhere.
Lauryn Hill is not a rapper. I mean, she is, but you can't put. Why would you put?
She's an honorable mention.
You can't put Lauryn Hill in the top 10.
Is the greatest female MC ever. Period. Period.
I don't know about that. I certainly don't know about it. At the end of the day, MCing is not Lauren's forte. Singing is. So I wouldn't put Lauryn as the #1 female MC of all time. And I love Lauryn Hill. But I would more so look at Lauryn and attribute Lauryn's greatness to group, which is the Fugees. Would I put Fugees as #1 group of all time? The numbers would support me. As trio of groups or trios, I'll probably put a group as 3 or more, duos 2, and a group as 3 or more. But Fugees is definitely a top 5 group, and the numbers would say they're the #1 group of all time, as far as hip hop goes. But yeah, Lauren, I don't think Lauren is the best female MC all the time. I'll give Remy the best female MC all the time before I give Lauren. Frankly.
Right.
How many solo rap albums does Lauryn Hill have?
Bro, it don't matter.
No,
it doesn't matter.
That does matter.
Bro, yo, because you say it matters?
It matters because that's what rapping is about. If I don't have a body of work to judge you by, I can't make... No. If you heard a nigga freestyle every week at a party, you can't say that nigga's the best. Just because he spit the best bars you've ever heard, you can't say he's the best rapper ever.
That's a false equivalence. That's a straw man.
She has one rapper. She has one album. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. 1 second.
Yeah, see that what he's failing to realize is that's a straw man. Just because someone don't have a solo, you can't just judge them off their solo work. You got to judge them off what they've done in totality, whether it be in a group, whether it be solo, whether it be in the goddamn middle of the street. If what they got is fire, if it's up there with the greats, then do it's up there with the damn greats. I don't understand what the issue is with. Oh, that's what a group. Oh, they have writers. Well, I mean, a lot of dudes got writers, and what he was saying is, oh well, he got Big Boy there to help him with his bars. That's pure speculation. He wouldn't be able to prove it. He'd have to go and try to prove it that Big Boy was helping Andre with his bars. Now, is it more so likely than not that he was? Yeah, but you'd have to show me the evidence. So, and that supports basically what I was saying with when you got artists in a group, you can't just you just gonna disregard the stuff they did in a group because they're in a group. That don't make no damn sense, right? The scriptures, all the prophets they were pretty much sent in twos. What, you gonna disregard them, what their work was because they were in twos? That don't make no sense, man. All right, so that's pretty much it. I'm sure Chief got something to say when he come back, but I think again, Andre3000 is a top 10 rapper to me. That's to me. If brothers disagree, matter of fact, if brothers agree, I need brothers that agree to make sure you comment. Make sure, because y'all, I'm 19 years old, so a lot of when Outkast was really popping in the late 90s, probably early 2000s, I was a baby or not born. So I need some of the old heads that's gonna listen to this, or brothers not even old heads, just brothers that are familiar with the body of work, with the music, to bring forth your support, or if you don't agree with me, because this is a good conversation. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of some barbershop talk, if you will. You know what I'm saying? So definitely do that. All right. You back?
Yeah, I need to know what type of indoctrination you're giving.
I didn't indoctrinate anybody. I pretty much just said.
All right. What was you saying?
Oh, pretty much all I was saying was, I don't think it's fair to judge someone and disregard their body of work simply based on the fact that it was not solo, that it was rather with a duo, because you're gonna think it's a false equivalence, and I'm gonna try to make it sound as good as I can, right? Because we understand that a lot of the prophets were sent in twos, right? So
but they're not prophets.
Well, I'm not saying they're prophets. I'm not.
Being a prophet is not a one-man game.
Okay, well, being an MC is not necessarily a one.
It's not necessarily, but being an MC on its own is. You can be an MC with a team. You can be, and that's fine, and there's nothing wrong with it. But when we're judging top MCs, niggas who had another guy to go back and forth with, do not count.
What do you mean go back and forth with?
You spit a verse, I spit a verse. I do 2 bars, you do 2 bars. You do a hook. You see what I'm saying? Like,
I don't understand what the problem with that is.
There's not a problem, but you cannot be compared to MCs that didn't have that assistance.
Okay, so what about MCs that have writers?
They can't be in the top 10 at all.
Okay, let me ask you a following question. What did I want to ask? Okay, who do you think the greatest MC ever is? Big L, right?
Big L. Hands
now,
down.
let's say if Big L and Tupac formed a group, and it was they had the same body of work, just maybe a couple features on some songs.
No, that's not a group. And I wouldn't,
a duo.
Listen, if they had a duo and they put out a duo album, that would be fine. That's not the predominant work of their career.
No, that's what I'm saying. If Tupac,
Big L, hold on, Big L was in a group, the Children of the Corn, but the majority of his body of work is what? Solo. The same way Pac was in a group, The Outlaws, but the majority of the body of his work is what? Solo.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
It don't work.
If it was the opposite,
Hold on, it's not.
Hold on, I know it's not.
So we're not entertaining. I'm dealing with reality here.
I understand. I understand.
It's that simple.
You don't want to go there, brothers.
I don't want to go to a realm of fallacious situations and hypotheticals. I'm dealing with absolutes.
Okay,
I couldn't tell you. I did. What hypothetical did I deal with?
You said, "Well, Andre had Big L. I helped him with his work."
No, Big Boy.
It's Big Boy, not Big L. Big Boy.
That's not a hypothetical. That is a absolute fact. This is how they play all of their albums.
Prove it.
I don't have to prove anything.
You gotta prove it.
I don't. Here's why. No. It's not speculation. If I play an Outkast album and every fucking song, there's one verse by one and the other verse by the other. That's it. There's nothing else to talk about.
What? But that doesn't prove that Big Boy was there to help him with his bars. That's you.
I didn't say he was there to help him with his bars. He was there to help him with the cultivation and creation of songs and albums. There would be no Outkast album if both of them was not rapping.
Okay.
So by having another person to rap with you on your songs, that's help.
I mean,
period.
I don't necessarily agree with that statement.
You don't have to agree with it.
I know.
How can you logically disagree with it?
Are you asking me the question?
Yes. If you don't have to, all the guys that I'm talking about that I put in the top 10 are niggas that spent a career rapping 2 and 3 verses songs by themselves. Big Boy can't say that. That's what I'm talking about.
That's irrelevant to me.
That is total relevance for me to have to be tight and have bar for bar 3 verses consecutively on a song, especially if I got to do the hook too. I'm talking about niggas who have a consistent catalog and multiple albums of doing this by themselves.
So is Andre3000 not capable of doing that? You don't think?
He's never done it.
It's not capable. I'm asking.
I don't believe he's capable of doing it. That's why he ain't never did it.
That's bullshit. But
you can call it bullshit, but the numbers is not lying. 3 verses. Back in the time when albums were going at least 15, 16, sometimes 20 plus records. Niggas was producing this by themselves. This nigga got 4 albums over the course of fucking 20 goddamn years, and 3 of them is with somebody. No, 5 albums, and 4 of them is with somebody else.
But is it? Hold on, it don't.
But I'm gonna put him next to these guys. That is lunacy.
Is what is it still fire? What he's spitting?
And listen, and even with that, I'll take Big Boy over Andre.
See, this is where, you know what I'm saying. This is madness.
Bro, what extremely tight stuff does Andre3000 say?
Look at his second verse of Equipment. I don't remember it off the.
Okay. Okay. Let's say I accept Criminal. Okay. What else?
Look at the whole AT aliens. What do you mean? What?
No. See what I'm saying? You can't even give me memorable bars of Andre like that, which is how I know he's not that tight of a rapper.
Okay. Watch. Look. I told you a whole catalog. You can go to his whole entire.
No. Name me some memorable bars. This nigga got bars. What are his memorable bars?
Okay, I said second verse of Equipment.
No. I want you. If it's so good, it's gonna stick in your mind. What are some tight? Just give me some tight lines from Andre.
I mean, I had to think about which ones I want to put in the forefront. So
listen,
but this man didn't allow me no prep time, or else I would
listen. I didn't need no prep time for this. You're talking about I didn't allow you no prep time. The last thing you would want me to do is get a prep time.
No, it's not.
Because if I have prep time and I can literally go slide for slide on your ass.
I'm going to go slide for slide. I'm going to go on some Divine Prospect shit. I'm going to get like 300 slides ready.
Bro, listen. You ain't going to outslide me.
I'm going to slide.
I'm going to slide through like I'm trying to. I'm going to slide through on no strange shit. I'm going to tell you right now. You're not gonna you ain't got no tight. Ain't no tight Andre bars for me. You know Andre bars.
You gotta let me look up. Can I look up the best ones so I can select?
No, because what you're doing is looking up a pre-made list from somebody who gave thought to an article and wrote it or put a list together.
That's fine.
That's what you're doing. You don't know none off the top. That's not a slight at you. That's a slight at Andre3000. You don't even know enough Andre3000 material off the top of your head to really even make the statements that you're making.
So
you don't know enough to say whether or not Andre should be in there, which is why I say you putting Andre there is literally a result of social programming.
So I need Tabaka Ward to listen to this, and I need you to eviscerate this man. I need you.
Yeah, you gotta have somebody else to do it. You can't do it.
I mean,
so which means
no prep time.
No, it doesn't. Prep time is irrelevant. I don't need prep time to anybody in my top 10. I don't need prep time to anybody in my top 5 artists. I don't need prep time.
Okay, well I need some prep time with Andre.
If you need prep time with Andre, you are not familiar enough with his catalog to definitively put him in your top 10.
Well, no.
He's disqualified.
I'm not familiar. I'll say I'm not familiar enough with his catalog to present a argument that he's a top 10 off the top of my head.
Which means
no, it doesn't.
He's not a top 10 artist.
No, it doesn't.
No. Actually, it doesn't mean you're right. It doesn't mean that he's not a top 10 artist. What it means is you can't say he's a top 10 artist.
No, it just means that.
No, how can you sit here reasonably and logically and tell me that you can tell me somebody is a top 10 artist and you don't even know enough about him?
Hold on, that's not. I'm saying I don't know off the top of my head.
We're talking about lyricism, bro.
Well,
the reason why an artist ends up in a top 10 is because they have unforgettable bars that they have presented to the public that stick in your goddamn mind that have led you to this conclusion. What led you to the conclusion that Andre3000 is a top 10 lyricist?
All his songs. I like all his songs pretty much, damn near.
Liking all his songs,
I mean, that's what I'm
and
saying,
putting him as a lyricist.
This man, I was kicking him.
I like almost all of Future songs. I would never say he's a top 10 lyricist in my life, and I could give you not just bars, not just verses. I can perform entire Future songs off the top of my head right now, and I wouldn't put him as a top 10 lyricist. You can't even do that for a nigga that you put there.
Okay. Now I'm saying, I know there's bars. I know for sure. Look, that just because I can't.
I can go off the top of my head. Andre3000. Hold on. Yes, it is, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you can't prove it, if you can't goddamn prove it, this is about substantiation. Again, I can give you off the top of my head Andre 3K bars right now, and you can't, and you put him in your top 10. I can go off the top of my head Andre3000 right now, and you can't, but he's in your top 10.
Yes.
You don't see a problem there?
No.
That's crazy. that is truthfully lunacy if I ever heard of it.
I just know he's in the top 10.
You just know it. You know it because the white man put it in your brain on MTV Jams. That's why you know it.
You are insane, bro. I don't think the white man didn't tell me anything about Outkast. I didn't even hear about Outkast on MTV. Nigga, I didn't even watch no damn MTV growing up. My father played Southern playlist of Cadillac funky music every time.
Oh, really?
Every time he picked me up from school.
So
that's how I heard it.
So every day your father picked you up from school playing this album and you can't give me no bars off it?
Bro, I was like 11 years old.
Listen, I just did a podcast where I talked about the Fugees for 30 minutes. From 1995 and 1996, when my father would pick me up in his 4Runner playing this, and I'm naming records and I'm naming memorable bars off of this album from over 20 years ago. You mean to tell me when you were a kid coming out of elementary school, which is what, 10 goddamn years ago, you can't remember? Must have not been that tight.
That's not. I mean,
must have not been that tight.
That you can't prove it. That means that's your opinion. That's not. You can't. That's a fact that you can't substantiate.
Listen. It's a logical opinion, and it's a logical assertion. Okay. Because I would say. And I believe many would agree with me that if somebody was that tight, you would remember like Big L. I haven't listened to Big L. It's 2018. I haven't listened to Big L in the entire year of 2018. But I can still go off the top of my head with unforgettable Big L bars to substantiate why I have him at number 1 of all time. I can do that. You understand what I'm saying? You can't do that for Andre 3 Stacks. How many of your top 10 can you do that for? That's what I'd like to know. Can you do that for Pac?
For what, his best bars?
For just some hot bars from Pac. I can do that for Pac. Hey, look, I don't got Pac in my top 10, and I can do it for Pac. Okay, let's go.
I ain't killing, but don't push me. Revenge like a
Sweetest joy next to getting pussy. Okay, that's hot. What else?
Hold on, who else? Let me keep naming them.
Okay, Big.
The whole song, unbelievable.
And I need bars. I need bars. Unforgettable bars.
Man, let me think, because Biggie got probably some of the hardest bars ever. I gotta isolate one. Come back to Biggie. So I can, because I'm thinking about it.
Okay, Nasir Uladara Jones.
See, this is what I'm saying. Like you're so caught up on bar. I like this the whole.
No. Well, listen, that's artistry. That's not lyricism.
Your definition of
no, that's. How in the fuck is that my definition of art? Like, bro, don't be that stupid to say that's my definition of artistry. Artistry is your ability to make music. It doesn't matter whether if you wrote the music, whether if you produced the music, any of that. It's your ability to make the music. Period. One. Two, lyricism is your ability to rap bars. That's what that is. So if you're just gonna say a song, you're now mixing up two different things. We're not talking about just an overall artist. If we're talking about overall artists, Big L and Immortal Technique can't be on the list.
Okay, that's fine. No, I got my hardest Nasir Nas bar.
What
he said Jesus died at age 33. That means
you just reading it to me. You saying it to me. I'll give it to you because you said it to me the other day. I'll give that one to you. What about Rock?
Rakim? I'm not gonna. God damn, bro. We gotta literally, bro.
You can't give me kick a hole in the speaker, pull a plug, and then jet. You can't even give me that.
I mean, hold on, bro. I'm not trying to do that.
You can't give me check out my melody.
Service by just picking some weak shit. That's all I'm trying to do. So I said, come back to him. Same way I came back to Nas.
Okay, what about Q? Yeah, I know you could do Kendrick. I'm not even gonna argue that. Q.
Oh no, Vaseline.
Rap it. You can give me the bars.
I have to think about it.
God, you can't just give me goddamn. I'm glad y'all set it off. You can't give me that. You can't even give me that.
Come back to him, bro.
3 stacks. We already know you can't do.
Okay.
Big L Corleone.
No, I couldn't do it outside my head. No.
All right. Immortal Technique.
I'm thinking. Let's see. In the Point of No Return, he said some shit. Talking about the Knights Templar. I'll go back to it though. I have to remember.
Okay.
What he said.
All right. So you could recite about half of your top 10. You can give bars on the top of your head for about half of your top 10.
I mean, just off the top of my head, yeah. I'd have to sit and think about it so I can pick the best one and isolate the best one.
I mean, you ain't got to do the best one. I just want some bar that's hot, some stuff that'll justify the man being there. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I had to think about it. So I can pick. Because I don't want to pick the best one so I can just dagger you and get it over with. I'm not trying to use this as a little butter knife. I'm trying to come. You
couldn't dagger me and get it over with any of these picks. Because half or more than half of them, I agree. Well, how many? 4. So I agree with damn near half of them. So none of those are daggers. You see what I'm saying? This dude, man.
I'm thinking because I'm trying to think.
I need some 3 stacks. I could give you some fucking 3 stacks off the top of my head. That's the cold part about it.
This is ridiculous, and this is why this is ingenuine, bro.
Why is it ingenuine?
Because you're not allowing me to go and bring my evidence.
This is the point. When we're dealing with timeless classic music and top 10 lists, you're dealing with people who have made such the reason why they're on this list is because the impact that they've made on you and your life, and they impressed you so much with their ability to rap that these things have stuck with you. If they haven't stuck with you, then that calls into question their ability to be on the list.
No, I literally just gotta hear it. Like if you show me a Rakim song, I literally just gotta hear it because I didn't listen to Rakim in a minute.
All right, let's play some rock. Well, let's go to 3 stacks. Cause that's the question. I'm not gonna disagree.
Right, so are we using phones now or no?
No, I'm gonna play some Andre 3 stacks.
No.
Come on, man. I can recite 3 stacks off the top of my fucking head.
Okay.
And I don't think he's a.
So what?
Keep your heart, 3 stacks. Keep your heart.
I can recite some Joe
Play your part. Okay, but here's the difference between me and you. I can recite bars for everyone. I'm putting in my top 10.
Okay, so that's great.
I'm not just willy nilly putting individuals in there that are hype. You're like a hype beast.
No, I'm
a lot of y'all new cats is rap hype beasts.
No, I'm not. If I was a rap hype beast, I would like Lil Yachty and fucking Trippie Redd.
No, they're not hype up as lyricists.
They're hyped up as rap artists.
Yes, but we're not having an artist conversation. We're having a lyricist conversation. They are so not hyped as lyricists that there's a hype on justifying the devaluing of lyricism. In regards to that.
For sure, I'm not a hype beast, so I'm not worried about that.
I feel like anybody who puts 3K in their top 10 is a damn hype beast.
Okay, that's how you feel. Then, that's hard as to see, but
Listen, me personally, I mean, you can make an argument for Pac and Big, but having Pac and Big in there is hype beastism as well, in my opinion.
Okay, so having Michael Jordan as the greatest basketball player is hype.
Here's the difference between Pac, Big, and Jordan. Okay. I'll explain. The difference is this. When we're dealing with the National Basketball Association, you're dealing with a sport with rules, regulations, and statistics. Yeah. Right? Rap has rules, rap don't even have. It has loose rules and regulations. It has statistics, which are album sales and performances and things of that nature. Mm-hmm. But as far as lyricism, the same what's the word I'm looking for? Touchstone. The same touchstone is not as standard as it should be. So that's the difference between Jordan. When we take a look at Jordan and overall how he's performed as a basketball player, that's why you could the consensus is Jordan is the greatest.
No, it's literally the opposite. Because you're just talking about statistics. Statistically, Michael Jordan is not the greatest basketball player of all time.
Overall, he is.
No, he's not.
Who is overall?
Is statistically the greatest basketball player.
Why?
Why? Okay. What's Michael Jordan's career average?
Again, hold on. Listen, quick question. How many statistical categories does Wilt Chamberlain have Jordan beat in?
Points, rebounds, blocks, probably field goal percentage.
Rebounds and blocks, he should have him beat in because he's a center, not a shooting guard.
Okay. Points, rebounds, blocks, field goal percentage. I have to look it up. Those are just off the top of my head. I know that for sure. Michael Jordan's probably got him beaten steals, assists, and 3-point percentage. Well, you can't say that because there was no 3-point line, I believe. And then free throw percentage. He probably got him beating steals, assists, and
let's take a look.
And then notice how he gets to go and use the phone, and I don't get to.
No, I'm looking up.
It's all right. I understand. Statistically,
I'm not looking up. Hold on. Here's the difference between me and you. I'm not looking up help for my argument. What I'm doing is I'm looking up the comparison of Jordan versus Wilt, and we're gonna go because you can cut me and you can beat me right now.
Okay. Well, Chamberlain is statistically, no one's averaged 50 points in a season.
So let's take. Listen. Again, overall.
Yeah.
Overall, we're gonna go right now.
Okay. Overall.
Michael Jordan versus Wilt Chamberlain, the real comparison.
Okay. No. You're going to someone else. You're not going to the numbers.
No, this is the numbers.
Okay.
Here are the top 5 regular season PPGs of them two, right? He averaged 50.4, 44.8, 38.4. So he's got him beat points per game as far as his top 5 seasons.
Points per game.
Of course, he played against predominantly white players.
Oh, so there are certain nuances.
No, I'm not even going to factor in the nuances. I'll give it to you. He's got him beat in field goal percentage.
Dominates him in rebounds.
Of course.
30 damn rebounds a game.
Granted, he better had.
Well, got him in assists.
No, he don't. Overall, because it's comparing all their top 5 seasons. So Jordan got to beat overall.
Okay, but how many does Wilt have? He's got him in 2. Okay, still. So he's still up there. That's fine.
But he's got to beat in that category.
He's got him by 1.
So we're 3-1 in categories.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
Okay.
But let it, for the record, Wilt average more assists than Jordan in one season. For the record. Steals and blocks.
Steals and blocks are alternative.
Yes, I knew steals and so I was right. I told you.
Okay, I
told you every single category.
No. He didn't beat him in this category.
In what?
They weren't. That category wasn't kept during the time of Wilt Chamberlain. Steals and blocks were not kept.
Okay, well.
So that doesn't.
That's fine. Yeah, I think if we can say for sure, I think we can safely say steals goes to Jordan and blocks goes to Wilt. But for argument's sake,
we'll just leave it out. Yeah, we'll leave it out.
That's fine.
Boom. All right. It says Chamberlain comes out on top. All right, so are there nuances? I guess you're correct. There are definitely certain nuances that have to be taken into consideration. You can't judge by the 3-point shots, of course, because the 3-point shot did not exist. Everybody knows Wilt played against much less skilled competition.
Yeah.
in a predominantly white league during that time, right or wrong. So, okay, I guess there's some nuances that we have to deal with in basketball. I mean, but what nuance is it going to be? What's the nuance? Competition. That's the only nuance that we could bring into right or wrong. I mean, what else is the factor there outside of competition? With Will and Jordan.
Competition. You could look at the game.
Oh, you're far out.
So I mean, competition. One. I mean, you could look at even Mike Tyson when asked about if he could beat some of these modern fighters. Even himself admitted that the training they go through, some of the food, the supplements that they have could be taken into account. So that's one aspect.
So I mean, it would just be competition. Then.
No, that's not competition.
I mean, the training makes the competition harder. So it's competition.
I mean, I guess you could argue it all ties back to it, but I would argue that it's a different.
I wouldn't think because at the same time, then if Tyson was active now, he'd be doing the same regimens.
Yeah, I mean, as these other guys, yeah, that would make him a better fighter.
You see what I'm saying? So then it would balance out. I mean, so I would definitely say it would just be overall competition.
There's more things though.
What? I'd like to know.
Honestly, bro.
And
shoes I'm gonna be honest. Shoes, bro. Shoes are. I won't argue. You're gonna laugh. Shoes are a big thing.
Okay, I'll take shoes.
Would you rather play in some
in
Jordans
Chucks or Jordans?
Chucks? Come on.
Jordans. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take. I'll definitely.
3-point line. The rules. 2-3 zones. Stuff like that.
Rules. Competition. Shoes. Okay.
And then at the time, the evolving of the game.
Well, that would be competition.
No.
Yeah, because how does the competition change? Because the game has evolved. No, so that's competition.
The rules change based on sometimes.
Again, that's all of it. You see what I'm saying? So okay. Rules, shoes, competition. What was the other one we just said?
Food and things like that.
No. That don't count. Because that's the nature of the game. If that just all goes in the evolution.
Honestly,
of the game.
Culture too, bro.
I'm gonna say culture.
The culture of basketball.
That's all the evolution of the game.
Okay, that'll tell
we can't. That's fine. The evolution of the game with rules, shoes, and competition. Okay, so but remember, that's a sidebar argument to establish our main argument, which is rap. How do we now take that and equivocate it into rap and be able to substantiate your argument there?
You'd have to then, the same way you take into account certain nuances with basketball.
What are the nuances? Again, how does it transfer? What are the nuances?
I mean, I'd have to think about it because I say I'm more proficient in my basketball studies than I am in my rap studies. I can admit that. So that's why something like a prep time would be good for me, seeing as how I'm not so.
So what you're saying is you're not fit to have this debate?
No, I'm not. I'm saying I'm not. I'm saying based on the circumstances in which I had the debate, I wasn't put in a great position to argue.
If you have to prepare for the debate, don't get into it.
That's not fair.
Until you have prepared for it.
Okay, so you didn't allow me to prepare for it.
Again, because I don't need to prepare for it.
Okay, you don't need to prepare for it.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm ready to go. When you make a statement like Andre3000, I'm going to challenge it because I'm ready to go.
No, you said let's go right now.
Yeah, because I'm ready to go.
But I'm not ready to go.
That's what I'm saying. So then why would you engage with me on this topic?
Because I have to engage with you.
No, you can say I don't have the resources. I don't have my proof. I don't have my evidence to back my arguments. My arguments are currently at this statement unfounded.
Yeah, right.
They're totally unfounded.
No, you would have took advantage of that fact and said, "Great, so let me get you on the mic so I can found you."
No. I couldn't do that because it would be unfair.
Yes. Exactly.
This ain't unfair. We both went off the top of our heads. I've been a hip hop head for a long time. I know I deal with this rap shit.
That's like saying, look, I'm gonna pick up some random nigga off the street, never touched a basketball in his life. I'm gonna say, all right, let's play 1-on-1 right now.
You have never not touched rap music in your life.
But
if you can rattle off names of your top 10, you can't.
Fine.
Again, another false equivalency
Someone that can. Okay, how about this? If Michael Jordan. I'm not comparing you. I'm not saying your rap knowledge is the same thing as Michael Jordan.
Yes, you are.
So no, I'm not.
Yes, because it would be. Hold on, because it is. But go ahead.
Well, anyway,
it's up there.
If Michael Jordan were to go to some 8th grader maybe like basketball, play a little bit at recess or some shit like that.
So what you're telling me is you like rap music and listen to it a little bit late at night. That's it?
No, I don't.
So another false equivalency. Two in a row.
No, it's not a false equivalency.
It is.
No,
I'm not. Listen, Jordan to a 14-year-old who hoops at recess, who's not even on a team, who doesn't even play rec league. That's who you are. That's who I am.
No,
false equivalency.
Not a false equivalency. You're just in the viewing audience. People like Ayasha Wad are gonna listen to this. And they're gonna support you.
Ayash is gonna support me versus you on any topic.
I know because
so that's not a question.
But anyway, it's literally it's not gonna be 100% accurate. It's just an analogy.
No, that's not even in the neighborhood, my brother.
It is. It's a ballpark estimate. That's
not a fucking ballpark.
It's a ballpark estimate.
You compare Jordan to an 8th grader that hoops at
Jordan
lunchtime.
Jordan to a varsity basketball player.
No.
Yes.
Hell no.
Yes.
Jordan to a rookie, maybe.
No, Jordan to a varsity basketball player. Wait for it.
What did you say? You're not ready for this on-spot debate?
I said I'm ready to have class.
I'm
ready to have class.
Notice what you did when the mic was off. I see your games. I see what you're playing. Okay. This dude Hassan Karab is a special brother. He just wasn't ready. He just came in to a Lions game.
No, I wasn't.
He wasn't ready.
I'm not gonna say. I knew that was coming. That's why I didn't say it. I'm gonna say I didn't have.
He wasn't ready.
I'm gonna say rather than say I wasn't ready, I'm gonna say I was forced into a position in which I had no prep time. Number one. You see what I'm saying?
But I didn't have prep time.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does matter. It was equal.
That's not equal though.
It is equal.
It's not equal.
Unless you're saying that my knowledge trumps yours.
No, your knowledge. You live longer and you've literally done this more than I have. So yes, I would say your knowledge exceeds mine in the sense of longevity.
You gotta come closer, man. They gotta hear you.
They hear me.
No, look how low this is.
You got ears to hear. Go ahead and hear, man.
So, right. so my knowledge trumps you on this subject.
In terms of longevity, yeah.
You still ain't got no 3K bars for me?
I mean, look, that's what I'm saying, bro.
So, like, what you need, man?
I wasn't even alive when Andre3000 was even.
So, like, what you need? For what?
Charging my tablet.
So, like, I told you not to touch your tablet. Go back in there. I'm gonna get your tablet, bro. Don't indoctrinate my.
I'm not gonna indoctrinate nobody, but just notice, brothers and sisters, just notice how. See, when we went to a subject like basketball, something that my knowledge is proficient in, something that Chief would never ever be able to see me on any level is my basketball knowledge. Let me just state that for the record. Right, and he's in the back room complaining, right? So. I say that to say this: when I'm given a time for preparation, he wouldn't be able to see me in this argument. That's why I didn't even need. When I went to basketball, right, and neither of us had preparation, right, but I still annihilated him when I went to Will Chamberlain, Michael Jordan. He thought he was gonna get me there, but he got butchered, right? He tried to use that and got destroyed. So then he gonna try to go to rap and not give me no prep time and think that's.
What type of bullshit are you indoctrinating?
I told him the truth.
The truth of what? What's the truth?
The truth is this: my knowledge in basketball far exceeds yours. So when
you know that for certain?
Sure. There's no basketball. I'll get you numbers to the .10 when it comes to statistics. I'll go to numbers. I'll go to history.
You just told me that Wilt Chamberlain was ahead in the statistics that didn't exist at the time when he played the game. So you got me on that?
No, I did get you on that because they didn't just because they didn't take into account the statistics. You can look at it. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that Wilt Chamberlain blocked more shots than Michael Jordan.
But you can't prove it.
I mean,
unless you watch all the footage.
That's why I said that.
If you look at the footage, maybe you could count blocks. Maybe you could be the statistician on it.
Well, maybe I could.
Maybe you could go into statistics.
That's what I'm saying.
Did you take statistics in high school?
I did take. There was a statistics class in high school.
Did you take it?
Hell no.
No, you didn't take it, so I don't know if you're qualified. But go ahead.
Okay, or did you take linguistics in college?
I didn't have to take linguistics in college. Of
course
I'm a linguist. Because I took linguistics after college. So, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? My daughter's kidnapping my co-host here. who's getting destroyed, mind you, and he just gave a false statement saying he could beat me in basketball, a basketball debate. We've already had a basketball debate on this podcast, Dream Teams, the 92 Dream Team versus the 2008 Dream Team. Myself and Captain Tazaman Mav defended the point of the 92-96 Dream Team. No, you didn't.
And got annihilated.
No, that's a lie.
And got eviscerated. His whole doctrine was lacerated, man.
No, that it was. You clearly lost that debate.
No, I didn't.
Everybody heard it, so there's not
They
even.
heard it, and I clearly came out victorious. I mean, it's a
Did you come? Oh, okay. Did you come out victorious in the debate we just had on rap?
I will honestly say no, I did not because
All right.
because I wasn't. I mean, I was put in an unfair position. I mean,
That's like saying
No, you weren't. Hold on.
You to a fight.
Hold on.
Here's a butter knife, and I got an M60. Like, okay.
No. It's not an unfair position. We both had to go in off the top of our heads. I didn't do any preparation for this.
See, that's a straw man. I'm not arguing.
No. So then, how was the position unfair?
Because you are clearly more knowledgeable in the matter.
So then don't hop in the ring with me.
No, I didn't try to hop in the ring. I was thrown into the ring.
No.
And then there was a steel cage placed around the ring. I can't get out.
No, listen.
I'm stuck. I mean, I'm a fight. I'm in the ring. I can't get out.
We were already in the ring. Then I just pressed record. That's the only difference. You were arguing with me with fervence before we started the show. I pressed record.
Because I was having some prep time. I was about to look somebody. You know what happened? You know what happened when I was doing the prep time?
He
snatched the phone.
I told him to take
it from me.
You know why? Because I don't have to get on the phone and look up who my favorite rapper is.
No, I don't.
Look up who the best rapper is.
I didn't do that.
I don't have to go on the phone and get evidence for why I believe somebody should be in the top 10 list. Sole, what are you doing?
If she unplugged it again, did you unplug it again?
If she unplugs it again, leave it unplugged, leave it in the room. She's cutting up too much. Soleil, man, leave it right there because I'm not plugging it again, and he ain't neither. Little girl is acting bad. Which I just had it on the charger. It's incredible.
I mean, I guess that concluded. I don't really got nothing to say.
That's
other than this,
concluded.
I was put in an unfair position. I was thrown into a place.
No, you weren't. If you were put into an unfair position, I was put into an unfair position.
No, it's not.
Why were you in an unfair position?
Because I didn't have prep.
I didn't have prep time either, so you can't say that that's an unfair position.
Yes, you can, because you knowing that I don't have as much knowledge as you.
I don't know that. Listen, I don't know that. So like what? No, we're not coming. No, I'm doing something, baby. I told you I just was in there. I told you I'd be in there when I'm done. You just want me to come in there and do what? You keep unplugging the damn thing for what? Shut that door, girl, if you're gonna cry. You know that.
But what I need is from the viewing audience. I need debacle.
Oh, hold on, no, wait. Before we go there, again, you were not put in an unfair position, so you can't use that. That's a BS excuse. A sinful man will find an excuse according to his will.
Man, look at that.
As it is written, Sirach 32:17.
Look, talk about using the word of the Lord deceitfully.
Are you finding an excuse?
That's not finding an excuse. It's just the truth.
Okay, how are you in an unfair position if we both came in at the same position?
Okay, that's like if a motherfucker gets thrown in the ring against Mike Tyson and, we're in the ring, so.
No, it's not. You're not just a motherfucker. You've listened to rap. What portion of your life can you say you listen to rap music?
My whole entire life.
Okay, so both of us have listened to rap 100% of our lives.
Yeah, but I wasn't fervent into rap like you are.
Okay, so what was your interest in rap, you would say?
What do you mean, what was my interest in rap? Like a scale of 1 to 10?
Uh-huh.
I mean, I've always loved rap. So, I mean, if 10 is like I'm going into the history and diving into, I'm probably at like a 7.5, 8.
A 7.58.
Yeah, I love rap. I listen to rap.
So I'm only 2 points ahead of you. I'm a 10.
Bro, but a B is a lot. A B minus and a C to a B minus is far exceeds an A plus. So let's not. Come on, bro. I used to get my ass whipped if I came home with a C, bro. So if I came home with an A, it'd be a big difference.
A huge difference. Major. This is ridiculous, man. So you were not at an unfair advantage.
I am at an unfair advantage. You want to see me in
Why?
a basketball debate?
Why? Okay, so what do you want to debate in basketball?
I want to look. Kobe Bryant is the greatest player of all time.
Oh my.
Based
upon what?
Based upon statistics. Based upon look, bro. I got heat.
Can I go Jordan versus Kobe statistics?
No. Because that's what I'm saying, bro. Because hold on. There's certain nuances.
Yes, there's certain nuances, and I'm gonna tell you what the nuances are.
Oh yes,
I'm gonna tell you what the nuances are.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant is a ball hog.
Oh, okay. Who was in the top?
How many points did Kobe Bryant score in his last game?
60.
How many shots did he put up?
I believe he put up 40 something.
40 something a game.
Okay, so who's he supposed to pass to?
One of the other 11 people.
Yeah, who? Name me some players.
Name
me the players he's supposed to pass to.
I don't even know who was on the Lakers that last year. You don't even know.
So
okay. Maybe not in his last game. Who played on that? Who played on
I
those
can name
Lakers?
The whole entire team.
Nick Young. You can pass the ball to Nick Young.
Nick Young was
Swaggy P.
No, I'm not.
Pass the ball to Swaggy P.
No,
Show me, Vinny.
We're not passing the ball.
What you doing? What's your problem, man?
I'm thirsty.
Oh, now you're thirsty, huh? All I got is water for you.
No. And see, watch. This is how. Listen. This is why I'm so glad that no one can see me in basketball debate. The players on the team wanted him to take that many shots. So even if he passed it to him, they probably pass it right back to him.
Listen.
He's a ball hog. Did they win the game?
He's a ball hog.
Did they win the game?
What was their season record?
Well, hold on. Did they win the game though?
I'm sure they did.
Okay, they did.
What was their season record?
Okay,
they didn't get 20 wins that season.
Okay,
20.
I'm not even sure that's true, but anyway,
they didn't.
They
didn't get 20 wins.
With torn Achilles and a broken kneecap, and I mean, not to mention the broken fingers he's had, not to mention the torn ligament in his shooting.
I was happy about all of it.
No, see, I know you.
I was happy about every single injury.
I understand.
I was very happy.
So, look, man. Like I told you,
I was happy to yell at him at a Lakers home game versus the Clippers, and nearly making him miss his free throws.
But you couldn't, man.
I couldn't. You're right.
You couldn't. You don't have enough power to do such.
I didn't have the power. That's true. That's a good point. I probably was sitting a little too high up in the Staples Center.
But I got some heat statistically. I don't gotta go. Just the eye test is really where it starts. But statistically, I got a plethora of evidence, a mountain of evidence.
Let's go to Kobe versus Jordan. Let's just look it up.
No.
Let's go to the tail of the tape.
No, man.
This is Shelby, Vinny.
No.
Here, I'll open it for you. Here you go.
Again, you're not. If you're gonna go to the phone, I get to go to the phone.
No, hold up. What you're looking up is you trying to find evidence for your argument. I'm literally looking up the matchup between the two, and we're just like now with Will. I had to concede when I looked it up on the phone. I had to concede that to you.
Okay, but hold on. There's certain nuances you're not taking into play.
What are the nuances?
Hold on, wait. I'm not going to start off.
What advantages? What the advantages did Jordan have over Kobe?
Watch you. I'm gonna say this for the record, and we're gonna stop it here because I'm.
No, we ain't gotta stop.
I'm gonna make a part 2 to this so I can annihilate this man.
No, let's keep going. No. Listen.
No.
Listen. You said that you were at an unfair advantage because my knowledge in hip hop exceeds yours.
Do that to you. I'm no.
Let's balance it out. Let's go. I don't want prep time. Let's go now. Okay, do you need prep time? Do you need prep time?
I want prep time.
So even in the category where you allege that you exceed me, you need prep time.
I don't need
bullshit.
Time. I don't need prep time.
You need it.
I know I don't.
Okay, let's go then. Let's go right now.
I want prep time.
Let's go right now.
I'm not going right now.
Let's go right now.
We can make a part 2 to the video.
No, damn now. Let's go right now. I want to go right now. Come on, man.
I know you do.
Let's do it.
We're going. See, what you're trying to do is bring me down to your level because you're more experienced down there. I'm up here. So you're not going to force me
up where?
Above where you're at in the knowledge of basketball.
Hey, look, in a place where niggas can't say niggas in his top 10 that can't give you one bar of theirs.
No, I'm not even. I'm off that. I ain't even mad at that. You can have that.
Yeah, I got it. No, I got it. I've been had that. Right. Let's go. Do me. Won't you do it to me in basketball?
Okay, let's go. Look, man. No, like I said.
Let's do it.
No.
Kobe versus Jordan.
Make a part 2
statistic. God damn that. I'm gonna keep this rocking. We had an hour and 20 minutes. They loving it.
No.
They loving it. Let's keep it rocking.
No.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. Category per category. Jordan sweeps Kobe.
Again, nuances. This is why it's so disingenuous.
Bro.
I'm going to slaughter you in this argument when we have a part 2.
No, let's do it now.
No.
Let's do it now.
I want you to get
Kobe sweeps Jordan. It's right here.
I don't care what some. I don't care.
No, this is the numbers. This is the stats.
Go to the numbers. Let me go and get my numbers.
No. There's not no.
Can I go get my
Hold
numbers?
on. There's not no your numbers.
No. Watch.
No. Why do you need to get numbers?
I'm gonna go to per 48 minutes.
No.
I'm gonna just watch.
This is it right here.
No,
we don't have to go get anything.
Watch.
This is it.
No, we're not having this conversation.
See, no, we're not having this conversation.
No.
No, because you're going to numbers that support your stance. I'm going to the matchup.
No,
I'm going to category versus category.
Gotcha.
There is no numbers outside of category versus category. It doesn't exist.
Yeah, I understand. Okay, so Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is a better basketball player than Michael Jordan.
Hold on.
Kareem Abdul, is he yes or no?
I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how full of shit you are.
Okay, watch.
Right? We go earlier to Will. I concede that. I agree. There's nuances. You don't present to me the nuances between Jordan and Kobe to give Kobe an advantage. They make an excuse for Kobe lacking in statistical categories under Jordan. What are the nuances?
I want to make a separate video for that.
No, because you're going to go read an article that somebody put together. So then what are the nuances?
No, I'm not.
What are the nuances?
Bro, I'm not. This is an hour and a half in. I want to make a separate video.
Damn that. What? Listen, at any point I can cut this. I can cut this and make another video.
I'm not doing it.
You running. You running scared. You're so scared.
I'm challenging you to another video. I'm not running.
Listen. I could go in the post-production and make this into 2 videos.
Okay, I'm not worried about that. I want to have.
Shall we?
I want to have the proper time to really get my argument brought forth, so I can execute it in the proper way I want to. Then we can do that. Until then, I'm not even having this conversation.
Listen. You're running right now. That's all you're doing is running.
Okay,
and by running, what you've done is you've conceded.
Okay.
By running, you've conceded.
Okay.
So Jordan is better than Kobe, emphatically, because you have yet to provide a shred of evidence to suggest contrary.
Okay, I mean, I've already done it in the previous video. If I'm running, why didn't I run from Tazama? That's interesting.
Well, why wouldn't you do it again? If it's so easy and you can do things off the top of your head, why are you so afraid?
I'm not.
What are you afraid of, man?
Proof that I'm not afraid.
What are you afraid of? Cross the fucking line, man.
Proof
Cross the fucking line, man.
Proof that I'm not afraid is the fact that I've already done a video on it. That'd be like LaRon Campbell saying you're afraid to have a debate with him. You already had a debate with him. What are you afraid of? Anyway, so that's evidence.
So why won't you do it now?
Because I want to really hit home, and I want to bring forth my strong reason. Okay,
what's your strong reason?
I want to tell you on a different video when I bring forth.
Why are you so afraid, man?
Look at this, man. This is
why are you so afraid?
Ain't nobody scared, bro.
I see scared. I see fear.
Okay.
I smell fear.
I'm surprised you see anything with my eyes.
All right, I got 20/20, nigga. What do you mean? And I think you scared, man.
Okay.
I say you're yellow. That's what I say. I think you're yellow. You yellow, right or wrong?
Look, I mean, some people call me high yellow. But
you beige.
Beige.
You're yellow. I call you yellow.
Okay. Well, you call me what you want, but don't call me late for supper.
I won't call you late for supper.
That's my grandma's.
Your fat ass don't miss no meals, nigga.
Oh,
no, I'm playing. I see you running, baby.
I can jump.
Don't listen to anything he says, or you'll be in your room the rest of the night. You hear what I'm saying? There you go. My daughter smacked this man for all the lunacy that he spoke in this edition and episode.
I'm not going no evidence on my phone. I'm literally just checking.
You ain't listen. What you don't have, you don't got your evidence, man.
Okay.
Don't worry. We'll reconvene on this, Jordan, since you're scared and you need to prepare.
It's bad, bro. You're not even want to put the video out.
Since you're scared and you need to prepare.
I might lose rank over this video.
You can't lose no rank over this video, man.
Bad news, so
bad news. Well, here's why I don't believe you. Because you don't have anything.
Okay, I don't got nothing. Okay, all right. I got nothing.
You have that nose.
Who got more rings?
Oh, okay. Then that means is Robert Horry better than Michael Jordan?
Robert Horry is one of the. We're not comparing Jordan to Horry.
No. Is Robert Horry better than? Is he better than him?
Horry stats can't compare to Jordan stats.
Oh, okay. So is Robert Horry
but Big Shot Bob, Big Shot Bob is one of the greatest basketball players of all time.
Better than Michael Jordan?
That's a good question. I wouldn't say so, but I definitely have to give that a good look.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Bullshit. Bill Russell ain't even a top 50 basketball player of all time. I get mad about that.
I mean, I'm not gonna get mad because
Chamberlain isn't even a top 50 basketball player.
I couldn't agree there.
Will Chamberlain is horrible.
All right.
Bill Russell is horrible.
Okay, well,
they're in a league that was horrible.
Hey, well, Kobe Bryant is horrible.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, Michael Jordan doesn't say so. Michael Jordan said if there's anyone that's better than me, it's Kobe. So that's his own words.
And Michael Jordan also hates black people. So, I mean, I don't care. Michael Jordan also told Chameleonaire he don't take pictures with niggas. So, Michael Jordan's opinion is not one that I care for.
Oh my God,
I just care for his ability to play.
It's his basketball opinion, not his opinion on other things. That's a false equivalence.
No, it's not a false equivalence.
Yes, it is.
I'm discrediting his opinion in the statements that he makes.
Okay, I'm gonna discredit your opinion. How about that?
I mean, you've done a bang up job of discrediting your own opinion tonight.
Okay.
That's for certain.
Your opinion.
How?
But don't worry.
How are you gonna discredit my
I'm
opinion?
gonna do it.
Do it. How?
I'm gonna do it. Just wait till the video.
No. Let's do it now. Why do you want to wait?
Because I'm gonna look.
So
The scriptures talk about a wise man knoweth his time, and now is not the time. There's gonna come a time.
We're having a debate.
No, this ain't the time.
It's not a time for you to run scared like Paul Walker.
Running scared, bro.
You're running scared like Usain Bolt.
Okay.
You're running scared like the USA women's relay team in the Olympics,
Okay.
Negro.
Sounds
That's
good.
how you're running right now.
All right.
You're so frightened. You're so afraid.
I mean, it sounds good, but it ain't true. So I'm not worried. See, I'm not worried about. I'm keeping composed. I'm not worried about the inflammatory statements that you're making, because I know they're not true, and they're just that inflammatory statements that you're using to try to, level up on me, or rather bring me down to your level.
Yeah,
What you want to do is bring me down to your level and beat me with experience, because you're experienced down there.
Yeah.
I don't know about the deep pit that is your basketball knowledge.
Okay. So this upper level you're on,
Yeah.
tell me about it. Why is it an upper level?
Look, you're gonna find out. Just
Is it because of preparation?
No, it's because of experience. It's based on a whole lot of other things.
Okay, so if it's experience with you, but I'm more experienced than you by your own admission, then what are you talking about?
Look, don't worry what I'm talking about. You're gonna understand one of these days.
No, one of these days. Sounds to me like you scary.
All right, well, we'll conclude on I'm scary, and then the next video is going to come
Shaking in
out.
your boots.
All right.
This man is shaking in his boots
So
behind
when
that
you
basketball
you
debate.
ain't got a pot to piss in.
All right, we'll see.
All right.
Now come.
We'll see. We'll see who don't got a pot to piss in. You so afraid to take this. Why would you take the debate, man?
I'm taking the debate.
Why are
It's
you
not
scared?
right now.
No, this is now.
No.
Okay, I'm Floyd. You fight when I say you fight on my dates.
No, you ain't Floyd.
How not?
I'll tell you damn. Let me tell you who you are.
You're about to be Roberto Duran. I'm going to be damn Sugar Ray
Did
Leonard.
Sonetta call me Floyd Mayweather?
I don't care what he
Did
calls
Sonetta refer to me as Floyd
also
Mayweather?
ripped the Bible in half. So you're going to take his opinion?
No, he didn't rip the Bible in
He
half.
did something bad with the Bible.
Polite shot the Bible up. Sonetta was not even at the filming of that.
All right.
Polite, Sonetta sells Bibles. What are you talking about?
Okay, Sonetta
Sonetta sells Bibles. He wouldn't rip his merchandise.
Sonetta probably eats pork, man, so I'm not worried about it.
No black people in the black country community eat pork, bro.
Okay,
Everybody
well,
knows
don't
nothing
keep
about
us a
pork.
God. You can't go to a nigga and just go. You go value his opinion. He said he don't believe in God.
So you mean to tell me his opinion on things can't be valued?
Oh,
His-
so Michael Jordan's opinion on things can't be valued.
He hates black people.
So-
Sonetta doesn't
oh
hate black
my
people.
God, bro. It don't. I'm not saying it don't matter in the sense that you can just hate black people, but when it comes to basketball, it doesn't matter.
Yes, it does matter.
No, it does not.
It does matter.
Okay, if Michael Jordan hated black, if his
He likes Uncle other Uncle Toms like Kobe.
nigga, Michael
Kobe's a
Kobe
Tom.
Bryant is not a Tom. He stood up for Trayvon Martin, man.
When?
In 2012, he stood up for him.
No.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he speaks out against injustice.
What?
Dad.
What injustice has he ever spoke out against?
He spoke out against Michael Brown, the events in Ferguson, Missouri. He spoke out against Tamir Rice.
Uh-huh.
He spoke out against Trayvon Martin.
He did?
He did do that.
So prove it. Yeah, you go to your phone and get the proof.
No, I can prove it.
All right, go to your phone and get the proof. I'll allow you to go to your phone.
Okay.
You know what? Go get whatever numbers you want for Kobe. Let's do it.
We're not doing
Let's do it now. Still scared.
Look, Kobe Bryant on Ferguson, until the legal system changes, it's going to keep happening. You see that? The legal, he's saying
Ferguson.
the legal system needs to change.
Okay, all
He's
right.
speaking out against these injustices,
Okay, so
man.
what
Michael
else
Jordan
has
ain't
he said?
speaking out against these injustices.
Get-
He's
hold on.
propagating these injustices.
Let's
he's
get-
building he's
Hold on.
furthering the
Hold
prison
on.
industrial.
You know that's been debunked, right?
No, I ain't been debunked.
He hasn't invested in prison.
Yeah, I ain't going to the biased articles that you got.
No, bias
I'm
article.
messing with you.
All right. Jordan, hold on. Ferguson, watch this.
Dad, look. Daddy, look.
So like, watch out, baby.
Dad, Howie.
No, it's not how he's.
Kobe Bryant is a
making it
notorious
out.
racist, Doc.
How much Howie go away? The green.
Hold on, baby, stop it. Let's see. Hold on, because he did make a statement.
Kobe Bryant says, I have a responsibility to speak out
Okay,
against
so
injustice.
hey, so did Jordan. So they're both Tom still.
Yeah, and he's.
Hey, listen, as a proud American, a father who lost his own dad.
Read that first.
A proud American.
Oh, what?
Kobe Bryant's not a proud American? Has Kobe Bryant ever fucking sat out the goddamn national anthem? No, he hasn't. Stop it. As a proud American, a father who lost his own dad in a senseless act of violence, and a black man, I have been deeply troubled by the deaths of African Americans at the hands of law enforcement and angered by the cowardly and hateful targeting and killing of police officers. Jordan writes his one-page release exclusively on The Undefeated. I grieve with the families who have lost loved ones, as I know their pain all too well. So, again, he supports Tom's.
Okay, but hold on, real quick. Let me first say this. Let me give Michael Jordan some credit first, because in one of Michael Jordan's books, he does say at growing up he was racist and he hated white people.
That's
he
right.
He does state that, but somewhere along the line, this nigga drank the Kool-Aid, man. This Negro, Michael Jordan, done lost his marbles messing with these white women, and they done transformed him into the man, the pathetic excuse of a man he is today, right? Michael Jordan, look. I mean, I can just literally go to an article. Let's see. Michael Jordan is the biggest Uncle Tom of all time.
Listen, and he knows,
and
he likes
Michael Jordan a sellout.
No, listen, he is a sellout and he's a Tom. You don't need to get an article on that. I just say that Kobe also is.
I mean, I would argue that, but I would say Kobe Bryant's less of Uncle Tom than him.
He's less of a Tom.
Oh, okay. All right, you're finished.
He doesn't have a white woman at home.
You see that? He's got a brother, or he's got.
he is a faggot too, apparently.
Wait.
According to you, he's a homosexual,
a
Hispanic woman, right?
He's got a beautiful.
He went to prom with Brandy. Okay, I'll give him all of that. But Kobe is also a Tom as well, and they're a part of the UTC, the Uncle Tom's Club, along with Charles Barkley and several others.
Okay, well,
all right, we'll end this. We'll end this now, but we gonna come back and we gonna see how prepared this man does. With that, all praise Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Shalom.